A soft and gentle gaze portrays confidence. A supple and flexible body reflects good health. A soft heart is a manifestation of wisdom. How does this wisdom come about? Compassion and gentleness. Hello, everyone. Hello, Master. Please sit down. Thank you, Master. Even if we learn chanting here for 50 years, we'll still ask what Dharma is and what we can get from it. The first purpose of learning Dharma is attaining wisdom. The concept of wisdom can be vague in Dharma, but some points are quite clear, that is, being observant is important. Besides, many spiritual powers are described in Dharma, such as physical eye power, divine eye power, mind reading, past life reading, remove trouble power, and Buddha eye power. The level of spiritual power depends on the observation ability. Could you see things with correct and profound insight? Could you see things with imagination and intuition? Do you have any idea about the consequences of what you do today? How will it develop tomorrow and next year? Are your parenting skills good? After 10 or 20 years, what kind of people will they grow up to be? If you're a greedy person or a liar, what will the consequences be next year or 10 years later? As normal people, we're not so intelligent. We can't think or predict beyond time and space. This refers to our inferential capability. Super sleuths can solve difficult cases. Because of their strong observation ability, logical thinking, judgment, and imagination. Einstein was one of the world's greatest scientists. Because of his vivid imagination and excellent judgment, as normal people, we're not as clever as computers. We could be muddled just thinking about tomorrow. Whatever, I can't think of anything. I can't imagine because I'm slow. When it comes to logic and imagination, I just give up. So we always say that we have no idea about tomorrow, so just do today's tasks, and stop thinking. Learning Dharma can improve our wisdom and abilities. The level of wisdom depends on our horizon's depth and breadth. The ancients said, going up one more story to see things 1,000 miles away. It illustrates the relationship between wisdom and horizon. Stand on higher ground, you'll see farther. Climbing stairs depletes our energy and makes us feel tired, but brings us a higher, broader, and farther view. I suggest you take an elevator instead of walking today. We can see different scenes on different levels. When you're on the 10th floor, you feel totally different than on the first floor. Stand higher, see farther. You can see more than 100 meters farther. On the 10th floor, the height is almost 30 meters. The height will double when we're on the 20th floor. On the 10th floor, we may see things 100 meters away. On the 20th floor, we may see things 200 meters away. What if on the 50th floor? We can see even farther. It's a natural truth. The greatest wisdom in Buddhism is this kind of real phenomenon. When I say something visional, it's another manifestation of Dharma. Every one of us can achieve and apply it. If you understand, use it. Stand higher, then you'll see farther. It's just guidance so you realize the horizon's depth and breadth. It includes the concept of time and space. For instance, the way you discipline your child. By scolding him, calling him names and beating him. Although you love your child, you use hurtful words. Why can't you solve such a simple math problem? Why can't you do such a simple thing? You broke the bowl. Don't you know how expensive it is? How could you do such an easy thing badly? You scold because you're angry. How many times a day do you scold? Just once. Children may not remember your normal words. They'll have negative feelings all day because of your scolding. They'll think of you calling them an idiot or stupid. Or telling them they're not as good as other kids. Having the negative words in mind, they'll be unhappy all day. Even when they're in class, they can't focus on the lessons, instead thinking, I'm stupid. They don't remember your words of concern. For example, you reminded them to wear warm clothes and take some delicious food. Your child is not impressed by your care, but focuses on your scolding. Your scolding will affect him negatively. When he's about 16, at the most rebellious stage, he might take drugs, run away from home, or join a gang and so on. What adults refuse to do, the children want to try. Why? Because they want to torture their parents. You think I'm an idiot, so I'll act like one. The parents are tortured. But parents don't see clearly. They only find that the child is rebellious during puberty. Right? Your child sets himself against you intentionally. So what he does will always be wrong. Why? Because he doesn't like your punitive parenting style. I've said at least 100 words to him. Only one sentence was hurtful. That's the usual response. Actually, we can't remember most of what other people say. But when we are scolded, we'll be upset and remember the hurtful words for a few days. This is an example. The manifestation of wisdom is our horizon's depth and breadth. It goes beyond time and space. What we've done today is a cause. Then we can think about what the effect will be. Your child is 3 years old now. You don't know what he'll look like in 15 years. But you can refer to your neighbor's kid. That will help you to imagine. Other people have kids too, and their kids may be of different ages. From them, we can predict the consequence. So we should be more careful as we educate our children. Wisdom itself has many manifestations. In my view, the depth and breadth of the horizon are key. See things beyond time and space. It's easy to understand. In fact, space-time is time. Remember, we can't turn back the clock. Although we have the same time every day, such as 7 a.m., 12 p.m., and 8 p.m., our appearance changes every year, becoming older. So space-time won't stay still. Why do I say that? We never think about it. Time won't stay still, and neither will space. Some people may say, whether my house is rented or bought, it doesn't change much, even over 10 years. I am in this space, this city, living through the same 24-hour cycle. Nothing changes. Actually, everything is changing. Space changes as time goes by. For houses and roads, changes may not be obvious. But for people, getting older over time is obvious. It's because of different materials. Our body decomposes after 100 years. The stones on the road may need 300 years. It's none of our concern, anyway. Also, we don't care about stones, because they aren't alive like humans. We feel nothing about their life, so nobody cares about how they change, but we have deep feelings about our senility. So space-time won't stand still. We can't regret what we've done. No chance to regret. When we have a chance to learn something, remember, we can't turn back space and time, no chance to regret. Doing your best now will ensure a good future. If you do things badly, you'll experience bad events in the future. Especially, how you treat people, educate kids and revere elders. The effect on you will be more serious. Be kind to children, so they may achieve success easily. Be kind to elders, and you'll be treated kindly. Be kind, loyal, and honest to friends. You will be treated with kindness and sincerity. Conversely, if you lie to him, scold him, torture him, and so on, you'll get similar consequences, but it'll be magnified a couple of times. Cheat others out of $1, lose $10,000 in the future. If you swear at someone, you may get beaten up in the future. The consequence includes interests charged by a usurer. Normal banks don't charge a high interest rate. They have their long-term goals. But usury is different. Take a short-term loan as an example. You borrowed $10,000 from me. 1 month later, you need to pay me $5,000 in interest. If you still owe me $2,000, 2 months later, the money owed will become $20,000. Usury is high-interest rate loans. A small loan with a high interest rate is most awful. Many people in a casino lose or earn lots of money quickly. They may lose all their money in just 1 or 2 hours, so the on-site loan is horrible. You'll be hunted down if you can't repay the money. Someone was killed. Some were mutilated. This was caused by high interest rate loans. The causality itself is high interest. It's calculated with more than just money. When you take out a loan in a casino or borrow money from gangsters, those people want to get high interest from you. They lend $10,000 to get double the amount back. If you can't repay, they'll hurt you. You owe others money, but repay with your life. In the cause-effect relationship, cheating others of money is the cause. What's the consequence? Maybe losing one's life through an accident. Some people might say, I can solve it with money. Sometimes the law of nature is similar to the law of the underworld. It is ruthless. It doubles punishment at the very least. What you need to repay is serious. Though borrowing money is your behavior, it's related to your mentality and virtue. Virtue will beget merit. They are closely related. If you owe others money, you may repay with your life. If you emotionally deceive others, you may repay with money. If you owed someone love at a young age, you can't repay them with love when you're 80. At that time, what you repay is not love but life. Say, a man cheated a woman when they were young. When the woman meets this man at 80, she scolds him on the spot. The old man could die of the scolding. It's an instance of repaying emotional debt with life. So what we repay is not certain. Owing an apple doesn't mean you'll repay an apple. Maybe it's a peanut. Owing peanuts, you may repay with your leg. It sounds bloody. Is there a gentle way that doesn't hurt? Well, repay with your house, which is still terrible. Maybe someone would rather repay with his leg. The interest rate is extremely high. So the consequence is serious. Sakyamuni Buddha said that causality and karma usually can't be offset by Buddha's compassion, wisdom, and merits. It's hard to offset karma. In Buddha's own country, all residents of a conquered city were massacred. What does this mean? All residents were killed. Buddha had tried 3 times to stop it but failed. Even Buddha couldn't change the causality. Buddha tried his best. He couldn't save his country, although he had compassion, wisdom, and merits. What he lost were his family, his people, and his hometown. As Buddha, what did he think about it? The cause and effect are real and unbeatable. The terror I spoke of is more serious in Buddhist sutras. In history's worst war, all residents of a city were massacred. All the people were killed. It's horrible. Let's talk about the wisdom of Dharma. With the wisdom of Dharma, one has a broader perspective. One's perspective goes beyond the limits of time and space. They see the result of being kind to others, and the result of scolding their kids. The Chinese usually believe in educating their kids to succeed by all means. In northern China, as the saying goes, a dutiful son is made with a cudgel. Little kids don't know any principles, so parents teach by lashing out at them. In Taiwan, we don't lash out at children, right? Some use rattan. In Taiwan, Singapore and Malaysia, many rattan canes are sold in stores, 2 or 3 vines tied together. I asked, is this a pointer? Maybe. You can do anything with it. Finally, he said it's for spanking. Caning children is indeed effective. But it also causes them inner suffering, which can evolve into hatred. Then there is trouble, right? We still need to teach them principles and values. You lash out at the kid once, but you need to comfort him afterward. You cook soup, eggs and chicken to make up for the harm you've done. Then why did you cane him in the first place? You need to explain to avoid misunderstanding. Some sensitive children even die by suicide. Why? It's better to change the parenting style. Some parents who wish their kids to be successful inflict pain to make them remember their mistakes. It indeed works, but it may result in rebellious children. We're discussing the parenting style. What will be the result of using an inappropriate style? Parents' language is also important. Extreme, harsh words demotivate and discourage kids. Kind words and praise in gentle tones make them joyful. They'll think, my parents love me. I should be good. Although I'm not very clever, at least I'm not alone and I'm loved. So as we educate our children, let's look at their strengths and weaknesses. All parents hope for their kids to be successful. And be better than themselves. But are you able to observe your child wisely? Intelligent parents can analyze their kids' abilities in different areas. Intelligence, physical strength, talent and mentality. Many parents can't observe these facets well. They don't even know their kid's intelligence level. If your kid is slow-witted, how could you send him to Harvard? It's obviously hard. You're forcing your kid to do things beyond his power. As your child's elder, you need to have wisdom. So wisdom is about observation. Dharma wisdom is excellent observation. Transcend space and time. The law of cause and effect is usurious. The law of nature is ruthless. Dharma wisdom is beyond the law of nature. It's compassion. As long as we have compassion, our intelligence and foresight are not so important. I believe what my master said, compassion can change everything. It's a secret principle and a master key. Compassion can solve all problems. It doesn't matter if your child did badly. You're better than your father. Kids will feel comfortable once they hear it. My parents didn't punish me even when I did badly. Mom even comforted me and said that I'm better than her. Then kids will study harder. You think I'm excellent, so I'll be as you wish. This time he got 30 points, next time maybe 60, and then maybe full marks. It's all possible. Your words could inspire him. Children don't know their intelligence. They tend to be what you define them to be. It doesn't matter if you know nothing. The best point of Dharma is that all people can get it regardless of intelligence. If you believe that compassion is the key, no matter who you face, what level your IQ is.
面对同事朋友，面对亲属，面对长辈，就是你无论是高智商还是干脆没智商，
You'll be able to solve all problems with compassion. So we call compassion the master key. Compassion brings about gentleness, tolerance, universal love.
柔软、宽容、博爱、奉献、
Dedication, endurance, giving and dharma.
承担、布施，还有妙法。
There existed no roads in the world. But roads are created when many people walk the paths. There existed no medicinal prescriptions. When someone needs it, it comes about. There was no Dharma in the world. But someone wanted to get enlightened. So Dharma and wisdom came about. Where does the wisdom come from? It's from compassion. Especially gentleness arising from compassion. Gentleness almost certainly represents compassion. Gentleness can overcome rigidness. Armor was created to protect warriors' bodies. But the things connecting the armor are soft strings or leather cords. Anyway, there's something soft. Dictators and underworld bosses all look fearless. But they're afraid of beauty treating them kindly. When they want to kill someone, the beauty says, "I'll chant for you." The thought of killing will disappear. I want to fight. She may say, "Drink first." After a while, they'll put the thought of fighting behind them. The passion's gone. So compassion can overcome the headstrong, even the diehard. Gentleness arising from compassion turns bad into good and makes good outcomes even better. Changing bad things into good is great wisdom. It uses the simplest method, not 36 stratagems. Actually, it's really easy. You want to hurt me. It's okay. I apologize for my mistakes. I'll compensate for them and be nice to you. We usually call each other names when we fight. Hard to stop swearing and easy to get angrier. We even grab a knife. Finally, lives are lost. As one wants to be stronger than the other, if one shows gentleness, avoiding the other's lash, then no one will get hurt. Finally, you may become friends. When a stubborn person meets a soft person, they may become friends, not enemies. Gentleness arising out of compassion could diffuse resentment. Turn bad into good and good outcomes become even better. Besides, it begets many virtues. First, it banishes arrogance. A genuinely soft person isn't arrogant, stubborn or overbearing. In fact, his great gentleness toward all reflects his great compassion. The kindest and gentlest person is the most compassionate, because his heart encompasses everything. Faced with the same thing, you get angry, he remains gentle. Being gentle, you'll be able to forge friendships with everyone. So does being soft create productivity? Can a soft-hearted person be the best salesperson? Yes. In ancient China, there were two ways of doing business. One was being the leader of a gang of bandits. A group of people with horses, mules and carriages would come along, with lots of money and merchandise. A gang leader would lead his gang to rob them. It was called forced sales. If you refused to hand over your money, you'd lose your life. That's forced sales. Do you like it? No. Right. You think it's easy for us to make money, and you come out rob and kill people. So horrible. Here's another method. It's for ordinary people, they don't rob. Everyone knows each other, they live in the same city. They don't cheat or kill anybody. How do they make money? They build trust and have moral values, and provide superior service and care. Their high-quality services attract customers. Earn less each time, but keep making money. Money rolls in ceaselessly, just like water flowing down the mountains. Money rolls in ceaselessly. This is a sign of great wealth. The money is not from robbing others but is accumulated slowly. Unconsciously, we'd like to pay money to such people. Because they're soft-spoken and don't cheat us. We buy a kilo, but they give us more. They sell high-quality products at low prices. These are all compassionate and soft-hearted behaviors. That's why many businessmen welcome customers with a smile. In some restaurants, waiters slam down the bowls. It felt like a stone hitting my stomach. It's hard to digest. Although it's only a mental image, I was uncomfortable. Seeing their poker faces, and listening to their sharp words. Nobody could enjoy the meal. People would worry that the food was poisoned. With such an attitude, it's like Sun Ernang's restaurant. One is lucky to leave alive. They may have a good chef and delicious food, but their bad service terrifies customers. What if they have better service? Their business flourishes. There's a lot of this kind of restaurant. I remember one place in Taipei, located in the most expensive area. When other restaurants were full of customers, that one was 60% empty. We went to that restaurant twice. No problem with the food. The key is their bad service. It's a convenient place for chatting, because it has very few guests. People need to wear more clothes because of its cold atmosphere. The owner runs the restaurant not to make money, but to pass the time. So he doesn't care about service. After all, it's not for making money. But with compassion in mind, he could have earned much more money. If you're gentle and compassionate, your family will be more joyful. When you go home from work, your family will be happy to see you. You will feel happy even when you drink cold water. Suppose that you're exceptionally rich and hire several assistants. So luxurious. But everyone speaks in a harsh and aggressive way. Like a gang of robbers. Can you feel happy? If a couple doesn't trust each other, each have their own private coffers. And they don't share the password. It's dangerous. It's better to sleep separately. Actually, it's nothing serious. The key problem is their strong personalities. Some may be too harsh, so what's their real problem? They care too much about their personal feelings. Some sarcastic people may ask why you glared at them. Actually, I didn't glare at anybody. I was looking in the mirror. Who glared at you? One of my disciples is an unmarried woman, 28 years old. She is a deputy director of our meditation center. Another colleague who's also a deputy director always complains. This man always makes mistakes, that man is wicked, this man is not serious, that one is a lecher, this man is greedy, that man is ignorant, that man is dull. I can't get along with such people, it's so terrible. A center manager asked, how are everyone's relationships? All are kind to each other. We enjoy meals together during festivals. We cook dumplings and dance. Someone said, actually, she's a good person. After reading too many trashy novels, she is full of these ideas. What's her opinion of you? She said I'm a fool. So we say that appearing stupid is great wisdom. We can't achieve that state with one step. But we can know it first, then feel it, taste it, and digest it. Great wisdom appears plain. Of course, nothing's absolute. Some glib talkers appear to have great wisdom, but he talks nonsense and is calculating. These people have wisdom but are far from great wisdom. The concept of great wisdom can't be seen. People with great wisdom show their weaknesses. So for such people, they're powerful but appear soft. They have a strong reason for living in their mind. People who display their weaknesses are strong. But those who are actually weak try to show their strengths. Nowadays, many boys like to go to a gym to do bodybuilding and get fierce tattoos on their body, chest, and arms. Spending money and bearing pain. Actually, it's easy to get along with these people. You praise them and offer them drinks. Then they'll stand by you. If you're being beaten up, they'll come to help you. The person who pretends to be strong is lonely and weak inside. The strong appear soft, the weak try to appear strong. This world is contrary. What you lack is what you're eager to get. Those who show off their wealth are poor. Those who seem poverty-stricken are rich. The one who's shabbily dressed is one of the richest men in Taiwan. Why? Because they can make money without much effort. That's because of their past merits. Your pig farm becomes a priceless place now. How could it happen? It's your merits from a past life. Without virtue and fortune, even if you bought a piece of land or inherited one, it would lose value. Maybe it was a villa in the past, but it's a hovel now. That spells big trouble. But if you have good fortune, a hovel could become a palace. The most fortunate and richest person is one who has perfect virtue and conduct. He brings prosperity to all places. Even if it's a remote village now, it'll become a bustling city in the future. If he lives in a haunted house, he won't be hurt but be protected by the ghosts. It's hard to believe, but that's the truth. It surpasses compassion and conventional social wisdom. It's not Buddha's wisdom. Buddha's wisdom doesn't mean that I seem weak but am in fact strong. My softness arises from my compassionate heart, it's not weakness. People who appear soft have a strong mind to realize their purpose. The softness stems from compassion. I have only compassion and love in my heart. No harm at all. I'm soft because of my love and compassion. But showing weakness with the ulterior motive of overthrowing the government is a conspiracy. It's different with softness. Showing weakness also appears in military strategies. In conspiracy theories, it's for presenting inner strength. But Buddha's compassion is definitely not a form of weakness. Neither is it a plot, it's true compassion. Only true compassion can bring about auspiciousness. Even if you pretend to be compassionate and soft, someday you'll be exposed. How long can you pretend? It won't last for long. If you're pushed too far, you become fearless. To pretend, one needs to endure and bear. But finally you'll show your true colors. If you acquire Buddha's compassion, you don't need to pretend. You will keep improving yourselves, becoming more compassionate and tolerant. When you treat people with compassion, you'll develop softness in your heart. You become altruistic and dedicated. Giving up what others are greedy for is compassion. So you become soft because of compassion. Your sharp edges become rounded. The first sharp edge is your gaze. It makes people feel uncomfortable. Many people look at others with a strong glare. For instance, you're poor and I'm rich. What kind of expression will my eyes have? Arrogance. You're so stupid. You know nothing and get cheated.
你们都不懂吧？你们都上当了。
These are negative expressions.
这些眼神都不对。
He says, I'm the best. Actually, he's a real fool. These negative expressions show aggressive power.
这是带有好强的能量。
Some people's eyes light up when they hear of money-making opportunities.
灯就亮了。
That's greed, not wisdom.
这都不是大智慧。
When we become soft-hearted, our body becomes softer. Our tough bones will become tender but not weak.
柔软但不脆弱。
We become healthier. Our skin becomes smoother. Your palms will be softer too.
像盔甲一样的那个手掌就开始柔软了。
After chanting a few days, you touch your own
大家摸
palms.
摸你自己的手，你觉
Do
得
they feel
你的
softer
手
than
掌的
ever?
肉有没有变得柔软一些呀？
Of course they are. Touching your hair, you'll find that your frizzy hair has become smooth.
柔和了，是吧？开始柔软了。哎，还有
Some
的人那个
people's
肩
shoulders are so rigid
那个肩一捏很硬，这样
that
你
it's
的
hard
手
for
臂
them
举
to
手
lift
臂
their
和
arms and
转
turn their
头就
head.
会很不方便。这几
After
天念
chanting a
佛之
few
后，
days,
你
your
捏你的
shoulders
肩
become
柔
flexible.
软了，你
You
的
can
头
turn your head
转
and
动
lift
手
your
臂
arms easily
很
now.
自如了，对吧？哎，所以
So
这种
many
柔软，你看
benefits
看
you
有
can
多少
get
好
from
处。
being soft-hearted. A
身体
supple
的
and
柔软
flexible
是
body
健康
reflects
通
good
达的
health.
表现的，
Inner
内心的柔软
softness shows
是智
wisdom.
慧通达的表现的。
A
目光
soft
的
and
柔软
gentle
是
gaze
自信
portrays
的表现的。
confidence.
哎，所以
When
我
our
们的手
palms
掌柔软
become
了之后，
soft, we can
有
get
好
many
处就多了
benefits.
呀。那是
Such
真正
palms
的
indicate
智慧
wisdom and
富贵
wealth.
的手掌，那个手相就会露出来了。啊，所以
Young
年轻人
people
不
are
懂事，
ignorant, thus
才
they
会有
glare
带
at
有冲击
others.
性的目光，因为什么都不懂。啊，所以
When
当
we
我们
reach a
有一定的
certain
年龄，
age, having
有了
gone through
经
the
历了
ups
那么
and
多的
downs,
风风雨雨、酸甜苦辣之后，我
we
们
should
的
have a
目光应该
placid
带
gaze
着
when
那
looking at
种
others.
平静的、清淡的没
No
有那么多
negative
企
gaze
图
filled
心
with
的，
bad
没有
intent or
阴谋的，没
conspiracy.
有棱角的那个目光，应该叫
See
温和的
others
目
with a
光，
gentle, warm
才是一
gaze.
位
That's what an elder
德
with
才
both
兼备的
ability and
长者
virtue
的
should
人。
have.
那么
After
今天
chanting
念了佛之
today,
后，更
we
应该
should
带
have
有真
real
正慈悲、
compassion with a
柔和、
soft
圆
heart
满
and
的目光。
gaze.
所以目
Don't
光
look
不要夺
aggressively
目
at
逼人，
others, as
非
if
要看
trying
说
to
你到
figure
底
out
骗
how
我
much
多
you
少，
were cheated.
死盯着你，没有必要。该
If you're
上的当是
cheated,
你
it
该上，
means that you needed to experience
该
it.
经历的
Suffering
苦
helps you
是为
appreciate
了让你知道
happiness.
甜呐，是
Your
吧？
sufferings and mistakes
今
help
天
you
你所
face
遭
the
的罪、
future
犯的
wisely.
错，是使你明天更有智慧面对未来的人生啊！所以
Good
这是给我们
lessons for
一个
us.
很好的课程啊！所以不要
Don't
因为
lose
昨
trust
天
in
摔
people
中
just
了，
because
所
of
以明
past
天我就不
struggles.
相信人啊。去
Just
年
because
离
you're
婚了，
divorced
这
doesn't
一
mean
辈
you
子我
can't
再
get
不结婚
married
了，
in the
除非
future,
你立志
unless you
修
set your heart
就
solely on
那种不结婚是说我
self-cultivation.
不
If
相
you
信人了，
refuse
那
marriage
又是
as you
错
don't trust anyone,
是等于
that's
把自己
wrong.
封闭起来，是不
You've
敢
closed
面对
yourself
人
off
生。
from the world. In
人
fact,
其实
there's
人
a
人内
Buddha
心
in
都
everyone's
就有一
heart.
尊佛，内
Most
心里
people
头
are
多
kind.
数的人，这不是所有啊，多数的人还是很善良的。有的
Some
人
are
是被
influenced by their
成长的
childhood
环境
environment.
给影响到，
If
说
they
如
didn't
果我
rob
不
and
去
steal, they
去
might
不
have
去
nothing to
抢，
eat.
就可能没有饭吃；不去
No
骗，就
cheating,
赚不到
no
钱。
money.
所以
Thus,
他把
they
你
become
锻造成这
cheaters.
个样子。
If
实
they
际
had
上，当
enough
我们
money for
如果能
necessities,
够
they'd still
满
be
足我们
kind.
的温饱之需的时候，我们还是内心还是温和的。要
Face the
更加
world
慈
with
悲
more
善良
bravery
勇
and
敢的
compassion.
面对大众这样我
Then we
们
can
从
be
这种
free from
自闭的心态
closed-mindedness.
回到一种开放的、
We'll
心态
become
就会
open-minded
柔
and
软
feel easeful.
放松了。
When
放
our
松的
mind is
心
easeful, our body feels
才
relaxed.
有放松的身，
Then
放松
we'll
的
have an
身
amiable
才有放
temperament.
松的气质。有了
Only
放
then
松
can we be
才能慈悲
compassionate.
有了坚
Toughness could
强
cause
就
trouble.
会生是非。有了坚强
Meanwhile,
就
it
表达了
reveals
个
your
性。
personality.
有了坚
Toughness
强
is due
是
to
因为
strong
自我
self-consciousness.
执着的意识太强烈。
So
所
I
以
talk to you today about
我这里今
compassion
天给
and
大家
softness.
随意聊一聊慈悲和柔软
That's Dharma
那
wisdom.
是就是佛法的智慧。佛法
Dharma
智慧
wisdom
太多
includes a
内容，
lot.
但
As
是我们
ordinary
作为
people,
普通的众生，能
what
够
we
很
can
容易
master easily
掌
in
握到
Dharma
的
is compassion.
那个大的妙法，也就是慈悲了。啊，所以慈悲
Softness
的
is the
稍
outward
微有一点
expression
的
of
具体的表
compassion.
现，就是柔软。
It
柔软生
results
出来
in
了
so
那么
many
多
great
的
qualities and methods.
好的那种素质和方法，啊，就
It
使我
will
们的
change our
人生
lives.
就是发生了转变。所以有
Some
的人说，
people
那我
may
不抢
say,
就
I
没
have
饭吃
nothing
啊，
to eat
反而
unless I
是
rob
舍
others. On the contrary, giving is the
才
greatest
会
wealth.
大富贵。当
As you
你
start to
真
give
正内心开
sincerely,
始
you'll
我
start
去
to be
舍
rich.
弃和叫做布施的时候，才开始富贵。当
When
懂
you
得
know
奉献的时
dedication,
候，
you
才开
begin
始
to
拥
gain
有。懂得放
liberation
下的
from
时候，
sufferings
才
comes
开
after
始
letting
解脱。
go.
懂
After
得
you
生
understand
命
causality
不
and
灭，
life's reincarnation,
但一直在轮转中的这个生命不灭的和因果学说，我
you
们
can say that you've seen through
才
life
叫
and death.
看破生死。这样对生死就有了新的看法。也
When
因
we
此，
lose our family,
我们的亲人离我们而去了，我
we
们
can
能
see
够
through it
看透，
instead of
能
wanting
够
to
理
die
解，
with them.
不会说因为他的离去，我也不活了。当
Of
然也不
course,
要像
don't be
庄子
like
那样，你
Zhuangzi,
妻
who
子死了，
sang
你
and
干脆
drummed
击
when
鼓
his
高歌
wife
上
died.
那
Other
那也
people
没
will
必要，
think you're
人家说你
crazy.
疯了啊。但
But
是
we
我们
should
也
know
能
the
看透这个
principle.
规律，看透这个规律，所以
Then we
很多
can
执着的
easily
事
let
情
go of
也
what we
自
used
然
to
会
hang on
放下。
to. Compassion and gentleness are master keys. Great wisdom contains everything. Change bad things into good. Make good things better. What we need to do is accumulate merits and virtues.
你就需要去积功累德。
If we
道理
know
哪
the
怕弄懂
principle
了，
but don't apply
可
it,
是
there will be more
你
troubles.
不能去应用，可是烦恼会更多。为什么？
Why?
业
Because
力
of heavy
深重。
karma. To
消业最
eliminate
好的
bad
方法
karma,
不
knowing
是
the
明白
truth
道
is
理，
not enough.
而是
Taking action
懂
is
得最基
important.
本道理之后，赶快去执行。怎么
How?
执行呢？多
Accumulate
做
more
功德，
merits and do good deeds.
诸善奉行。哎，常
Always
行
bear this
布
in
施
mind,
之道，
give and offer with your heart.
常怀供养之心。啊，这叫积功累
Accumulating
德。
merits and virtues
包括念
includes
佛
chanting and practicing
啊，修
GI.
大光明，这
These
都
help us
是
build
在
our
建
Buddha
立一
mind
颗
and
佛
nature,
心、佛性啊，让自
making
己
us
变
truly
得真正
compassionate
的
and
慈
less
悲
greedy and stubborn.
啊，少一份自我的那种贪婪执着啊，所以
Know
让
the
我们能够听
principles and
懂这些
apply
道
them.
理，应用这个道理，让
To
这些
change our
坏运
luck
气
for the
少一点的
better,
时
we
候，
need to
那就要
accumulate
多
merits and
积累功
virtues.
德，我们才能做得到。
I
好，
wish
祝大
everyone
家吉祥如意，
auspiciousness.
谢谢。
Thank you.